Angel Reese versus Caitlin Clark, the rivalry that's setting the WNBA on fire. But it's not just about what's happening on the court, it's about the drama, the accusations, and the ripple effects throughout the league. What happens when a player like Angel Reese, frustrated and under pressure, makes accusations that shake the fan base to its core? And why is Caitlin Clark, with her record-breaking performances, at the center of it all? Today, we're diving deep into this fiery clash, and trust me, what we're uncovering goes beyond just basketball. You're about to witness how this rivalry is reshaping not only the game, but also the cultural conversation around it. Stick with me. This is a story you don't want to miss. Angel Reese has been one of the most aggressive players in the WNBA, and has never been shy about expressing herself. However, when Reese recently made unsolicited commentary about Caitlin Clark, the backlash was a storm she likely did not expect. Reese offered that Clark gained more fans due to the color of her skin than her balling abilities, a remark that elicited mixed reactions from fans, pundits, and fellow athletes. Upon learning of Reese's latest interview, in which he claimed necessary admiration for Clark resulted from racist views, not the player's true talent, the two friends first took it upon themselves to review some of the classic tapes. Many people in the sports community did not take these comments kindly. Clark, who was dominating the leagues and pushing the WNBA into the mainstream, was already regarded with a great deal of respect for her skills. To the latter, Reese's criticisms were more than a simple critique. It was an attack on Clark's success. Furthermore, what we saw as provocative and highly questionable was the fact that Reese made her comments at a time when women's basketball is enjoying increased popularity and people can watch the games that they like without any special regards to gender. Experts were silent, while fans of the basketball game most likely ignored all that Reese and others had to say about Clark, calling it a derailment entity from his prowess as a player. Some critics argued that Clark's game does not lie. They pointed to her numbers, to the way she captains the team when on the court, and to her skills to respond to a challenge. Instead of discussing race in sports, which should be the main subjects of their conversation, some people saw Reese's words as her attempts to shift focus from her inability to compete with Clark's success. The response to Reese was immediate and nasty, and the comments soon turned from addressing race to focusing on Reese's jealousy. Despite the noise and drama surrounding Reese's comments, Caitlin Clark remains focused on what she does best, winning all the previous records and ruling the game. In the 2024 WNBA season, Clark has set a new record of the most number of assists made in the season, proving how great she is in being a playmaker on the court. Her performance is not self-serving, exhibitionism has its place, and Clark shows how she can effectively help her team, the Indiana Fever. They owe her so much because under her leadership, the team has managed to qualify to playoffs after so many years. There is a single unchanging truth that has remained Meadows' strength all through her career, and that is her remarkable concentration. Whereas Reese and other critics forthrightly continue to vie to undermine her authenticity, Clark relies on the latter's efforts on the basketball floor as a means of dismissing any doubts. Here, showing off her stats where she sits atop the leaderboard in assists, scoring more than 30 points in some matches, and breaking records, one cannot but admire her talent and effort. Even better at how Clark deals with pressure. Being one of the most popular players to watch within the league, however, she has so much responsibility on her hands. Still, she is going on giving her best output on the field, and despite media trying to pull her into the duel against these players like Reese. This is where I believe Clark has shined, with focus and mental strength as well as being mentally tough, which will probably be characteristic of her whole career as she uplifts not only herself but also the WNBA. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark may be feeding the media another entertaining narrative, but the WNBA itself is also garnering interest. The league has seen more viewership than ever, and a big chunk of that can be credited to Clark's performances and the bad blood between her and Reese. Viewers are watching basketball games not only to see the best basketball players perform, but to add another chapter to someone's Clark versus Reese. Such competitiveness was always beneficial for sports. You can look at Magic Johnson playing with Larry Bird, LeBron James playing with Kevin Durant. Adversaries create value as they bring interest, passion, and attention for the team by new supporters. The same is happening now in the WNBA, and Clark and Reese are at the heart of that change. The difference in personalities that Clark has as a hard-working professional football player opposite to Reese, who is passionate and vocal about issues, are generating interesting plots that captivate viewers. In addition, the conflict between these two actors has emerged as a part of the cultural race, sports, sports and media representation discourse. That Reese drew race into the conversation at all, even if in anger, has put shades of complexity to the story. This isn't just basketball anymore. It's about the representation of athletes and the role of media, and reconsidering the relevance of sports as social indicators. The controversy serves as a media circus between Reese and Clark for increased attention to women basketball, even as the success sparks discussions beyond basketball games. Though Angel Reese's words may have elicited controversy, they have also inadvertently played a pivotal role in the increase in popularity of Caitlin Clark. The attention given by the media to the rivalry has given Clark more exposure and turned her not only into a basketball player, but into an upcoming cultural phenomenon. People are supporting her, and that's the same what she is singing on the field. Clark's reliability in moments that matter is steadily earning her applauses from basketball fans and social media viewers. What is quite surprising, though, is how Clark has largely kept mum on the issue. Rather than continuing the verbose banter that characterized initial interactions, she has relied on her play. This approach has earned her even more respect, as fans are pleased to see that she now is a professional working actress. While athletes today especially engage in untrustworthy public spats on the social media, still choosing not to join them has further enhanced her profile. On the same note, the media has warmed to the story so much. There is always a destruction of every game Clark takes part in, every performance scrutinized. Come each record she breaks, the draft on their rivalry, especially with Reese, becomes bigger and exciting. However, where the media sees drama, it seems Clark's fanbase sees a refreshing figure in a world occupied with overpaid prima donna athletes, one who simply loves basketball and only basketball. Growing her fan base means more than making positive changes to her impact on the development of women basketball. And so it was. The dramatic, fiery animosity between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark newbie WNB players that is quite unanticipated. Will this rivalry help the league grow to the next level, or will it be a dark period in the history of women basketball? One thing is certain, the courage the talented Caitlin Clark has will not disappear, and any critique Angel Reese says to her only motivates her the more. Since both players are still in their primes, this story is far from incredibly different.
NCAA championship game, Reese made a taunting hand gesture right in Caitlin Clark's face. It was a callback to when Clark had made a similar gesture earlier in the tournament, but Reese claimed that she received more criticism, not because of how she had performed the gesture or the context of it, but because she's black. Quote, "I'm too ghetto," she said. "I don't fit in a box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood. So this was for me, this was for the girls that look like me, that's going to speak up on what..."
If you want more such videos and much more, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let me know whose side you are on in this WNBA Giants showdown.